Hi, my name is Brian from AskBrian.com, and today we're going to install a shower head. A new shower head with a handle and a hose. So what you want to do is make sure you have all the essentials that you need to do your shower head before you begin. First thing we're going to use is a wrench. Make sure you have the proper tools to do your job, otherwise you're going to mess it up and it's not going to come out right. Second thing we're going to use is we're going to use this shower head that we had purchased, and we're going to install this new shower head with the old shower head that's up there now. And if you can zoom in and get a look at this shower head, you can tell it's in pretty bad shape. The handle's gone and it just hangs there. So today we're going to replace it with a brand new one. First thing we're going to want to do is take off the old shower head. We accomplish that by taking this hose off first. Sometimes if something's too tight, you may want to loosen it first and then tighten it first and then unloosen it. And sometimes I'll loosen up the threads, otherwise they get corroded and you won't be able to get it off if you just try to unloosen it at first. First thing we do is we take off the old hose and we set that aside. And then we'll come in and we'll take off the shower head. Always make sure the water's off before you do any job, otherwise it's going to be a wet one. Okay. Tighten it a little bit. That loosens the threads from all the crust and corrosion from it being there for years. A little water's going to come out, but that's okay. And there you have it. The old one's off. Very, very simple. What you also like to do is try to get some of this thread tape off of there, because you're going to put some new ones on and you don't want it getting mixed up with the old stuff. The old tape. So we get that taken off. The next step is to open the new shower head, pull out everything, make sure everything's there, which we should have done at the beginning before you start the process. Sometimes they make these so hard to get into. So what we do is we take our trusty pliers. Tear it open. Old plumber's trick. Just so if none of you guys know out there, I've been a plumber. I've been in the industry for about 15 years, 16 years. I've done anywhere from new construction to remodels to service and repair plumbing. So I have a lot of knowledge in the plumbing business. I have a lot of secrets to show you guys and to tell you guys about that the pros won't tell you. It saves you a lot of money. Having my assistant hold that. I'm holding the camera. So the first thing we do is we find a spot to set all our stuff out. The package comes with a little bit of thread tape, so we're going to put that on. And it comes with all our goodies, washers, screens. They call them screens for stuff, but usually they're water reducers. So we don't use very much water. We put that on there like that. Always go with the threads, otherwise it'll come off. When you screw it on, it'll come off. So you gotta go with the threads. Make sure that gets on there good. Don't need too much. Just enough. It goes like that. Sometimes it's hard to stay on there. First thing we're going to put on is we're going to put on this one. Which is the handle that holds the hose on. Throw a little washer in there. Okay. Almost fell. And then we'll screw that on. Do hand tight as best you can, because if you can avoid putting a wrench on it, we want to. Otherwise, you'll get scuff marks from your wrench. If you have to use a wrench, one of the first tricks I'm going to show you is getting a towel. Put the towel on. Open up your wrench to the size. Too big. And tighten that down. That way we get no wrench marks.
Wife is happy.
First tip of the day. That way your wife is happy. Trust me, you want a happy wife. So next, we'll hook up our hose. This screws on here due to the fact that we have a washer. Some people will say put the pipe thread on there, tape, but you don't really need it if you've got a washer in there. If you do it right, you won't need it. I've been doing this for a long time. So that goes there. Do it hand. You should be able to do it hand tight. You should not have to put a wrench on that. Sometimes if you use a wrench and you tighten it too tight, you're going to break it, and then it's not going to be able to screw in. I just dropped my washer. So let me pick that up. That goes in there like that. This screws on here like this. And tight. Voila. And there you go. We now have a new shower head. And it's no longer hanging into the tub. Now we turn it on. Voila. So what we'll do now is check for leaks. This comes out, move it wherever we want. If you look here, no leaks, no leaks. Come up here, no leaks, no leaks, and no leaks here. You always want to check and make sure there's leaks. I would say let the water run for at least 5 to 10 minutes to make sure there's no leaks. Once you see there's no leaks, you're good to go. You have a happy wife. And I'll see you next time on AskBrian.com.